go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
Okay, Frankie, let's talk about Talk to Me. That is a supernatural horror film. It's basically about a group of friends. They've come into possession of an embalmed hand. I think it was an embalmed hand of a medium or something like that. They can use it to talk to spirits by saying, talk to me. And if they say, I'll let you in, they can fully be possessed by the spirit for 90 seconds.
No, not more than 90 seconds as long as they're holding the hand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If they say, I'll let you in, they get a full possession, and that they can only do that for 90 seconds, because if you go over 90 seconds, you risk being haunted, or the spirits will follow you around or whatever. The film kind of follows this girl, Mia. That's her mom had committed suicide. Well, her mom had died, and her dad had said that she committed suicide. It was kind of questionable whether that actually happened. She has a whole bunch of other friends. Jade is kind of her best friend. That's the one that has the brother Riley, who plays on later in the film, and she also lives with her mom. Her mom's portrayed by Miranda Otto, and I swear to God, you've got to go ahead and mention Lord of the Rings, because you told me that about 15 times during the movie. Say your Lord of the Rings quotes.
I am no man.
I thought you had some more, but whatever.
I can't think of them. I can't think of them right now.
The group of friends gets together. They have their seance or whatever it is. What I don't understand, they have this seance party. They get together and Mia does the thing to, conjures up the spirit or whatever and sees it, and then lets herself be possessed for a time, and I think she goes over the 90 seconds. I don't really remember the first time.
She doesn't go over the 90 seconds. They do it actually. They do it multiple times during the evening.
Mia's possessed by a spirit that actually. Remember when it looked at Riley, who's Jade's brother? It looked at Riley and said, "They like you." That was kind of creepy. And eventually, Riley volunteers, and Jade doesn't want him to do it at first, but Mia kind of either lets him, or do you remember how that happened?
Yeah, Jade doesn't want to do it. She gets mad and she leaves.
Well, Jade doesn't want Riley to do it.
Correct. But Jade gets so mad at everyone, she leaves. And then the other group, Haley and Daniel, doesn't want him to do it. But Mia says, "Yeah, come on, we can. He's old enough. We'll let him only do it for a few seconds."
Yeah. So Riley ends up getting possessed by Mia's mother, or a spirit that is pretending to be Mia's mother. And this is one of the things that the film kind of leaves open. Mia doesn't want to cancel the connection. It ends up, they go over the 90 seconds, Riley gets possessed, and then instantly the spirit starts trying to get Riley to kill himself. Starts banging his head into the wall.
I missed this part, so I don't remember. I wasn't.
So Riley just starts banging his head into the walls and everything. Really, really messes himself up. So he ends up in the hospital. Jade and Riley's mother, they more or less blame Mia.
Miranda Otto's character, Sue, Jade and Riley's mother, thinks that Mia gave Riley drugs because she had done drugs before.
There's a recurring theme of Mia's past. I guess she had been a drug user at some point. Riley's in the hospital bad off. Mia starts seeing her mother in spirit form.
She starts seeing her mother, like image of her mother in reflections at first.
Mia ends up, she's been kind of dissed by Jade and her family over Riley. Mia ends up going and pretty much hooking up with Jade's boyfriend, who Mia used to date. And when that happens,
you can't say that because she just says she just asked him to, hey, I need a friend. Can you? They sleep in the same bed, but the movie never suggests if they actually.
What was it? She has some dream where some spirit or something is sucking Daniel's toes. I don't.
Wakes up. She thinks she wakes up. We see her wake up, and there's the first woman she saw when she touched the hand, the first spirit looked more like almost like a golem than a woman ghoul maybe, and she was crawling on her hands and knees across the floor, and she starts screaming for Daniel to wake up, Daniel. She starts screaming, and then the apparition, whatever you want to call it, looks like it's gnawing on his foot. He wakes up yelling, and he looks, and it's her with his foot in his mouth. At this point, Mia is trying to contact her mother again, so she basically steals the hand. All of a sudden, her mother has manifested herself almost into a solid state in Mia's mind. She talks to her mother. Her mother first tells her that she didn't commit suicide. So this entity or spirit somehow gets Mia to think her dad killed her mother. So she confronts her dad on that part.
They find out that the longer the spirits stay in Riley's body, they get weaker. If Riley can stay alive, the longer that the spirits are in him, they just get weaker over time. The spirits are trying to either have somebody kill Riley or have Riley kill himself. Riley wakes up in the hospital at one point and does that stuff again. Starts trying to bang his head into everything. And Mia's mother, she's trying to get Mia to kill Riley. Now, this is one thing that I don't understand. Okay, you can either take it. Okay, all the dead in this movie seem to be malevolent. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any good. So it's a possibility that Mia's mother is now on the side of the dead. Don't trust the dead, or it's a fake spirit pretending to be Mia's mother. Do what?
That was never clear.
That was never. I think it was deliberately made never clear. Ray, Mia's mother, is telling her that you basically need to kill Riley. Riley, if he can stay alive, the spirits are going to get weaker over time. If Riley ends up getting killed, then the spirits basically get to torment him forever. Okay, so it's kind of like that movie series Insidious. The spirits in the astral plane, or the further in that film series, they feed off the energy of the living. They crave life. It's a possibility that the spirits in this film crave the energy of the living, crave the energy of a newly killed spirit. Mia at first is going to go kill Riley. She gets him out of the hospital and she steals him, and she's going to wheel him in front of traffic. And then at the last instant, I guess she jumped herself in traffic and killed herself, because the very end of the movie, and this was actually cool, the very end of the movie shows her wandering around looking, and then she just sees a hand that she grabs, and she's the spirit. She is dead now.
Well, first, everything around her is going dark. Everything's going just dark. Her whole surroundings just slowly fades to dark. And then all of a sudden you see a light, like a flickering light ignite. She goes toward the light. That's when you see the hand. The light drops.
And then she reaches out and grabs it, and then she realizes she's the spirit.
Yeah.
Because a whole group of friends has contacted her. I thought the ending of that movie was kind of cool. I kind of see where you're coming from, that it bogged down kind of once it got into the family drama. It wasn't clear whether that was actually Mia's mother.
What I didn't understand about that is what made her kill her? What made her do what she did at the end of the movie? And how did she become a spirit? But like you said, every spirit was malevolent. I mean, just nasty. But she wasn't. She didn't seem to show any
Animosity.
signs of being crazy, angry, mean.
She was just confused.
Yes.
I just got the idea in that movie that the dead in total weren't to be trusted. If you assume that actually was Mia's mother instead of an imposter.
But I don't think it was actually her mother, because the things she knew and how she acted toward Mia.
This movie was written and directed by these YouTube guys. I'm sure you've never looked at their channel. I've never looked at it. I'll tell you, the name of it is RackRacka. You know, it sounds like an okay channel. I mean, hats off to these guys for
making a movie that
making a movie. I mean, they've and a profitable movie. I mean, you got Indiana Jones made by a major studio is going to lose all sorts of money, and this movie, in its first week, has made its budget back. Basically, a movie has to make 2.5 to 3 times what its budget is back. The budget for this movie was around $4 million. It's made $11 million. You know, they're actually talking about a sequel to this. So if they did the sequel, I wonder if Mia would be potentially a bad character.
They did a sequel. I want them to focus more on the hand, how the hand works, and how to stop people from being possessed if they held onto the hand too long.
Well, that's one thing that I didn't like about the movie 5 minutes in. Why would you do this? Why would if you grab a hand and you see this gnarly looking thing, I would never grab that hand again for the rest of my life.
You're not going to say, "I let you in"?
No, I would be like, "Get the hell out." Or what you and I would do probably is we got the hand like this. We see the spirit. We're like, "Oh!" We fall over backwards.
I wonder what actually they should have put a little thing of showing what they should have just did a little cut scene, basically, like with a video game where it shows what happened the first time they tried this. The group of people tried this, and they did not strap the person down, and that person attacked the people in the room.
You know, it's possible that these guys have thought that out and have said, "Okay, fine, I'll save that for the prequel or something." You never know.
Ooh, I actually wouldn't care to. I would like to see how the hand, because like they said, it was an actual hand from a medium that was embalmed and then encased in plaster. They said it was a real hand inside the plaster.
Yeah, I'm interested enough, even though. So the three of us that went to see this movie, we saw it late, and I think that might have had something to do. We kind of thought it drug a little bit, but actually, to be quite honest, we're still talking about it. I'm intrigued by this universe. I kind of want to see the next movie, and I would definitely like to see the prequel.
Oh, I would definitely. I'm like, guys, you gotta shoot the prequel and the sequel simultaneously. I don't want to wait 5 years, for the next 2 movies. Shoot them simultaneously.
Yeah, and this thing was distributed by A24, and we've liked a lot of A24 movies lately.
Yes, we have.
I mean, which ones?
Oh, Pearl X wasn't. Oh, what was that one about the social media one? Where they start killing each other in the house. I can't think of it. I can't think of the name of that movie now.
Oh, was that A24?
Let's go.
Knock at the Cabin? I don't know. Let me look.
No, not Knock at the Cabin. Where they were at the party. And at the end of it, the girl says, I've got
Bodies?
Yeah, wasn't that by A24?
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Okay.
But anyway, keep going. Nope was actually put out by these guys. I mean,
Yeah, again, no.
yes, you're right. Bodies was distributed by A24 and Stage 6. So anyway, they've done some interesting stuff. And I'm not a horror. Are you a horror guy? Do you consider? Are you a horror fan?
Okay, I don't mind horror. I don't like gore. There's a difference.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So we've seen some pretty good horror movies over the last year or so. And I would consider this one of them. The more I think about this movie, the more I liked it, the more I think you all out there should go see it, give it a chance. It's only like 90 minutes. They like horror movies over the last year. So, I mean, I didn't think that Insidious movie was bad. It had a lot of jump scares in it. I mean, Insidious, that whole movie was framed around jump scares, like, in the MRI machine, things like that. I mean, that was that movie's whole thing. Now, we saw it with the Boogeyman, which we both kind of liked. We saw Smile. That's been a while, but it's still pretty good. I mean, for some reason, Bodies wasn't really a horror movie, but it was in that genre. Pearl and X, those two movies those were kind of horror movies too. Yeah, they were.
Hmm.
I mean, anyway, my point is, I've never really been a fan of that stuff. But
Was
lately,
Barbarian an A24 movie?
well, I'll look that one up too. I don't remember. Okay. Well, anyway, I liked it. I'm thumbs up. What about you?
I'm thumbs up.
All right, do your like and subscribe thing.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.